All right, boys, gather around. We're shooting a movie here. We need 9 cameras set up for this very important scene. 9 cameras. What do we've got? We have 1 camera? All right, someone get my iPhone. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm David Geisler. This is the Technophiles Newscast, and there is a new product out there that is called the Movi. It helps you make movies, but this one's spelled M-O-V-I, so I don't know if it's Movi or Movi. I'm gonna go with Movi. So the Movi is this 4K camera that has been all the rage at CES this year, and the way it works is you set this camera down. It's like a white cylinder. You just set it down and point it at your subject. Now, whether that subject is something for an actual movie or maybe just like a really fancy conference call, what Movi does is it starts tracking the scene that it's looking at, and it starts looking for faces. And why does it have to look for faces? Well, what Movi tries to do, and apparently it does it very well, is it starts scanning its viewpoint. It's like 115 degrees of focus. It has a special sensor that's looking for 3-dimensional space and things like that. It actually tries to take the scene that it is filming, that's really funny, viewing, and it wants to break it down into smaller shots. Now what I mean by that, I don't mean smaller takes or anything like that. What Movi does is it literally takes the large image that it's finding and looks for faces and finds places to zoom in. You know how in a typical film you might have a conversation with someone, it starts off wide with 2 people talking, and then the camera cuts into a close-up of that person and a close-up of the other person? Well, in a normal film that takes at least 3 camera setups. 1, 2, 3. So what the Movi does is it takes its wide shot, as I said, and zooms in and creates all of these other close-ups and 2 shots and things like that. It finds all of these shots, up to 9 apparently, inside the big shot using software. You can imagine a scenario where you set the camera down, you have your phone, and you see 9 different screens on your phone. Now those are all coming from the one camera, but they're different versions of zooming in, zooming out, and I want to point out, because it's face tracking people, as people move around, it digitally moves this frame of like the close-ups. I think this is so cool. Even though the camera is stable, digitally it's panning, it's zooming, it's finding its subject matter. It also has an automatic edit mode where it chooses one of these cameras, one of these shots that it's creating on the fly based on if someone's talking, based on if someone's moving a lot, making a lot of motion. The camera will zoom in and out using the different shots. Done. Awesome. So here's the thing, any filmmaker out there right now might be cringing hearing me be excited about this. So technically we can sit here and nitpick about the angle not changing, but I think the idea that you can make this dynamic experience with not much effort, and for honestly really not that much money. The camera I think right now in pre-order is like $200. It's like the best webcam in the world. I mean, imagine having company Skype meetings where this thing is like dynamically picking who to look at and zooming in and out. It would really impress a client if you had to Skype with a client. That's just one example. Like I said, the camera is 4K, so even when you're zooming in, you're probably still getting some pretty decent resolution. It's not going to be 4K. We all know that, but I think it's still going to be acceptable. There's, you know, little details like it being 4.6 ounces and being weatherproof and stuff like that, but I'm torn because personally, I'm speaking personally right now, I don't think the Movi should really like replace filmmaking, but I can't help but think about things like our podcast that we do where we put a camera in the corner and we have us talk. Man, would it be cool if that thing just picked where to go? Awesome. It's available for pre-order right now. I guess we'll have to see if it catches on. I want to know what you think. Is it total blasphemy that a single camera is getting 9 angles from a single angle, you film buffs? Or is this thing awesome for something that needs to be quick and fast and still have a professional look? Let me know down in the comments or tweet it to us at Technophiles Pod. Remember, you can find us on Facebook and iTunes by searching Technophiles Podcast, or go to our actual website, technophilespodcast.com, where you can check out other episodes of this show or check out some of our other shows like Branching Dialogue and the Technophiles Podcast, among a couple other new ones that we have this season, which is very exciting. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please remember to click the like button. We definitely would appreciate that. Or you can subscribe to our entire channel right down here, or check out some of our other recent episodes. Looks like we got some Crystal E action happening over here. Also, of course, we have other shows at TPN. We've got the Technophiles Podcast, Branching Dialogue, season premieres of each right here. Go take a look. Click on all the clicks. I'll see you Wednesday.